As the coronavirus crisis continues to impact the lives of people around the world, some are finding it very difficult to cope. As Steve Patterson tells us, mental health crisis hotlines are seeing a surge in calls from people who are worried about the virus.
In here, the ringing never stops.
Suicide Prevention Center Crisis Line. My name's Rebecca. What's your name?
24 hours a day, crisis counselors at California's D.D. Hirsch Suicide Prevention Center field an endless barrage of calls from people at their lowest moment. The nation's oldest and largest suicide hotline averages about 130,000 calls every year. The company provided video to give us a look inside the operation.
Our job is really to provide emotional support to those that are either in suicidal crisis or emotional crisis, whether that's caused by a disaster or not.
Carolyn Levitin oversees the hundreds of volunteers and workers answering the phones every day.
They're there to be empathetic, to validate what someone's experiencing, and to also provide resources and other options other than suicide.
Now, with cases of the coronavirus rippling across the country, millions isolating at home, and hundreds dying every day, the hotline's call volume is exploding with fears about the disease. By the end of February, just 20 callers expressed worry about the virus. By the end of March, that number skyrocketed to over 1,800, with 1 in 5 expressing a desire for suicide.
It's very concerning and traumatic for people. We're seeing an overall increase in calls. We're seeing an exponential increase in our COVID-related calls. So we're noticing crisis in the community.
And so do you still struggle with those thoughts?
Top concerns range from extreme anxiety and stress to fears about health issues, relationships, loneliness, isolation, and increasingly, job loss and financial stability.
They're simultaneously dealing with other stressors, such as being isolated, being disconnected from social supports, losing one's job, being furloughed.
I spoke to bilingual crisis counselor April Rosas from her home at the end of a week-long quarantine.
We have to put our feelings aside during this because they look for us to be that voice of comfort.
There are a few numbers that are important here. The National Suicide Prevention Line, 1-800-273-8255, and the Disaster Distress Helpline, 1-800-985-5990. Important resource for anybody that's feeling anxiety right now.